The House of Commons Intelligence and Security Committee has published its report into the murder of Fusilier Rigby. He was a British soldier who stood for our country and for our way of life, and he was killed in broad daylight on the streets of our capital city. It was an appalling, sickening act. And it was a stark reminder of the threat we face from homegrown terrorists and extremists plotting to murder our people. But at the same time, we should be clear that it was also a betrayal of Islam and of the Muslim communities in Britain who give so much to our country. Mr. Speaker, I'm sure the thoughts of the whole House are with Lee Rigby's friends and family at this time. When I spoke in the House in the aftermath of the attack, I said we would bring those responsible to justice and we would learn the lessons of what happened in Woolwich. The two murderers, Michael Adebowale and Michael Adebolajo, have since been convicted and sentenced to life in prison. And today, this report answers the questions we had about what our security services knew about these murderers and the lessons we can learn to help stop similar attacks in future. I'm grateful to my right honourable friend, the member for Kensington, and his committee for their comprehensive report. It contains an unprecedented degree of detail on the current workings of MI5, the Secret Intelligence Service, and GCHQ. I wanted us to get to the truth as quickly as possible without a prolonged judicial process, and I think that is exactly what has been done with this exceptional report. Few countries in the world would publish this degree of detail about the activities of their security services. It reflects the way we've strengthened this committee with new powers to hold our security services to account. And for this report, the agencies have carried out the same searches they would for proceedings in the law courts. Mr. Speaker, before I turn to the key findings, let me be clear that this is a very serious report and there are significant areas of concern within it. I don't want anyone to be in any doubt that there are lessons to be learned and things that need to change. But on the key findings, I'm sure the House will welcome that the committee finds, and I quote, the committee does not, and I quote, not consider that, given what the agencies knew at the time, they were in a position to prevent the murder of Fusilier Rigby. Furthermore, as the committee says, it is greatly to the agency's credit that they have protected the UK from a number of terrorist plots in recent years. As the Commissioner of the Metropolitan Police says, at least 4 serious plots have been foiled this year alone.